How's it going, guys? I'm CTM Amygdala and welcome back to another Call of Duty Cold War video. So today I'm actually going to have Modern Warfare gameplay for the video because I did end up running out of Cold War beta clips. But in this video I'll be explaining the integration between Cold War, multiplayer and zombies, Warzone, and even Modern Warfare. We'll also be looking over the Season 1 roadmap for Cold War, and then lastly going into detail on the new progression system. So if you guys enjoy this video, be sure to click that like button and also don't forget to subscribe. Alright guys, so the progression system is actually extremely complex. So I personally believe that it will warrant its own video, so I'm just going to kind of briefly summarize it in this video and then have its own video dedicated to that either later today or tomorrow. But I'm going to start off by talking about the integration between Cold War, Warzone, and Modern Warfare. So when Cold War releases, there will be cross progression between multiplayer and zombies only. However, starting on December 10th, Season 1 will start and Cold War will also be integrated into Warzone and a little bit of Modern Warfare. So for Warzone, we will have operators and weapons from Cold War moving into Warzone, so you can use those as loadouts and you'll find Cold War weapons on the ground and items and stuff like that. And you can also rank up your weapons in Warzone from Cold War and get camos for them as well. Another thing that they're implementing between the games is the store. The Call of Duty store will have items that you can buy in Cold War and then go and use in Warzone, and you can access the store on both platforms. Now, the really exciting part about this is that we might be able to actually use any weapon or perk from both games in our loadout. So for example, I saw a leaked photo that had the Overkill perk from Modern Warfare with both the AK-47 from Cold War as its primary and then the AK-47 from Modern Warfare as its secondary. And then it had perks from both games, so it looks like they might be combining the loadouts to where we can use guns and items from both games in the same loadout. I'm not 100% on that, they haven't confirmed it, but I saw a picture that kind of looked like that. So don't hold me on it too much, but that's a possibility now. They could have just been kind of demonstrating and showing something, but I'm not too sure. It hasn't been confirmed, but there's a photo out there showing the guns both in the same class setup. So the last two things that they're integrating between the games will also trickle into Modern Warfare as well. And these include the progression system and the battle pass system. So essentially you can level up the Season 1 battle pass when it comes out and unlock Warzone and Cold War items by actually playing Modern Warfare multiplayer. The same goes for the progression system. You can play Modern Warfare and your level will transfer over to Cold War and vice versa. However, this means that we will start back at level 1 on Modern Warfare, and if you've hit level 55 on Modern Warfare previously, you'll start back at level 1, and when you rank up through the ranks again, you'll actually be unlocking Cold War guns and items that you can go use in Warzone, and you will still have everything that you've unlocked in Modern Warfare available. So you won't be losing your Modern Warfare items, you'll just be reset to rank 1 to unlock the Cold War items. So it's essentially like a prestige in a way, except you get to keep all the Modern Warfare content. And talking about prestige, Prestige is kinda sorta returning for Cold War. So essentially this is kind of different than the traditional prestige system because it kind of combines both the traditional prestige system and the officer rank system. So you're still going to rank up and get prestige icons, except instead of resetting to level 1, it's just like every 50 levels you'll just have a new prestige icon on you, and then it goes up to 1,000. Except it resets every season, and then you'll just kind of leave off on the last prestige icon that you unlocked. So say if you're like level 90 and prestige 2 is at 100, you'd only need 10 more levels to get that prestige 2 icon, even though it just show you as level 10 for the next season. But you'd have that prestige 2 icon to show that you've essentially hit 100 levels overall. And I'll go more into that in the next video. Like I said, it's really complicated. There's a lot of stuff to break down in there. And it's just a really big system, but it's also really good, and I think a lot of people will really like it. So the next thing that I'm going to be talking about in this video is the sneak peek that we got of the Season 1 roadmap for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And I will also have a link in the description below showing the exact picture that I saw that was leaked out. And the first thing that you will notice in this picture is that around 2 weeks after release, sometime in the November 20s, like 23 or 24 I believe it was, we'll be getting another variant of Nuketown called Nuketown 1984. And this is honestly really cool. It looks like a kind of like rusted out, graffitied 1980s version of Nuketown. So it's not an exact copy over of Black Ops 1, but it is very similar. It's in the same setting, but it just looks kind of, it looks like 20 years had passed and the map's been abandoned over those 20 years. And then on December 10th, when Season 1 starts, we'll be getting a 2v2 gunfight mode, new zombie modes, new multiplayer maps, including one that looks like it's kind of inside of like a mall. It's kind of a more colorful looking map, kind of like the other maps in Cold War. And there's also a new weapon that was leaked that kind of looks like the Chicom from Black Ops 2, which for those of you guys that don't know, it was a 3-round burst submachine gun. It wasn't too popular. I personally did like it. I actually use that gun a lot. It is definitely in my top 5 most used guns in Black Ops 2, regardless of it not being very popular. I don't know, I just kind of liked it. It's just one that I did use a lot. And the last thing that was on the leaked picture was, in parentheses, a new Warzone experience. And this is rumored to be a Alcatraz map coming for Warzone, like kind of like a miniature, possibly 75 version Warzone that takes place on the Alcatraz island and within the prison. And then the last thing for this game is that the Season 1 Battle Pass for Cold War will pretty much follow the exact same layout as the Battle Passes for Modern Warfare, where you have a new character variant unlocked every single 10 levels, and then there's a gun at level 31. And the picture showed that this was the gun that kind of looks like the Chicom, and it was placed at tier 31. So I'm also assuming that there's going to be another gun at tier 15 for Season 1 that we just haven't seen or gotten details on yet. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the seasonal prestige video when I drop that. And I'll see you guys in the next one.